Aloha, my name's Paul Xavier with Real Estate Extreme. I'm here in sunny Las Vegas on day 4 of our real estate buying tour. We're just wrapping things up, but I just want to stop in and give you a quick rundown of what happened this week. Day 1 when we got here, we started picking up our friends from the airport, getting them settled into the hotel, and on day 1 we have a meet and greet in the evening. So we went over to our attorney's office, had a nice layout, a spread of food, had our friends there from the real estate buying tour. We had our power team members there, we had the attorney there, a couple real estate agents there. We had title company, property managers, all the different people that you'll need on your buying tour. You're able to just hang out, talk story, get to know them more on a personal level before we had some formal meetings over the next few days. After that, we wrapped it up, just came back to the hotel and got ready for an early morning start on day 2.
I understand we have kind of a uli thing going on. I heard that that's a Hawaiian term, and I would love to be part of that, so I look forward to meeting you this evening at some point.
Okay, on day 2, we headed over to our real estate attorney's office. They got a great classroom over there. We did some morning training, got to meet some more power team members that maybe didn't make it to our meet and greet. First up was the real estate attorney. He talked about LLCs, he talked about S corporations, C corporations, the way we should tax things, the way we should set up our tax structure. We also talked about land trust and living trust. It was a great hour of training. Some of the folks that got to listen to him are actually in the process of setting up their entities so they can start buying real estate here locally in Las Vegas. And of course they can set up their entities anywhere you need them. So the morning training was great. Got to meet some great power team members. After the real estate attorney, we had one of our brokers come in, talk a little bit about real estate, obviously, the real estate market here, the different areas. And he brought some of his power team members with him. We got to meet the property manager. We got to meet a home inspector, we got to meet a contractor, and they all went up there and talked for 20 or 30 minutes, introduced themselves, let us know what their services were and how they can help us invest in real estate here, even though we don't live here. When we got done with training in the morning, we headed over to the real estate office of one of the brokers that we work with, and he was nice enough to buy us lunch. We had some nice sandwiches waiting for us over there. Got to meet some more of his staff and view his office and check that area out. And then all afternoon we were looking at real estate. We looked at real estate from probably 1 o'clock to about 6 o'clock, and we looked at all kinds of stuff. We looked at fourplexes, single-family homes, condos. So when you come on our buying tour, we can find any piece of real estate you want. The agents will help us. The people here we have working on the ground will help us find those real estate deals. Every evening we wrap the evening up with I don't want to call it a meet and greet, but we kind of just sit down and hang out and talk story. But we're really talking, sir, about what we did all day. We're talking about the properties, which one's the best, which one's cash flow, running the numbers. So you really get a good feel of what real estate you should be buying here and get more comfortable with buying the real estate even though you don't live here in Las Vegas. So day 1 wrapped up great, wrote some offers, and it was just a great day overall. Okay, day 3, another great day, starting off with some classroom training. Again, we all stay at the same hotel. It makes it a nice, easy event. We take care of your hotel room for you when you come on the tour. So we load up the van, we head over to our attorney's office. Nice to have the attorney here locally. We get to use his classroom and do some training in. So again, that morning, met with some more power team members, met another broker, got to meet another contractor. We like to bring in multiple people in different areas so you have choices. And we don't want to just bring in one person and he dictates what happens. We bring in different people to work on different things, even in the same area, because it creates a little competition and we know we're getting the best deal. That agent wants to find us the best properties. Another agent wants to find us the best properties. That contractor wants to give us the best price on the deal. So they know there's other people coming in. We don't hide that fact. They know that we're looking at someone the next day, even though they just talked about it. So again, we spent some time in the classroom that morning talking with this real estate broker. He did a great job of breaking down the market for us, gave us a map of the area, so we're out looking around. It was all zoned off. We knew exactly where we were and what we were looking at. Pointing out the good areas, pointing out the bad areas, pointing out the great areas. Really big on the areas and knowing what you're doing. It's very important that you know that. We had a great job of that being done on day 3 with the broker we were working with. He had his contractor come in. Talked about the type of countertops and granite and stone that he can put in, which for Hawaii it wasn't much more than putting in laminate, so you might as well just spend a few extra bucks. It was relatively inexpensive compared to what we're paying, and probably what most people are paying. I guess they get a good deal on stone over here. But those are the kinds of things that we learned by doing that training in the morning and working with the power team members. After that, we had a nice Thai buffet lunch. Again, compliments of the real estate agent. Can't beat that. And then again, all afternoon looked at real estate. Spent the whole afternoon looking at real estate all over the Las Vegas area, from Henderson to Summerlin to North Las Vegas, just driving around, hours of looking at real estate. Probably looked at 15, 20 pieces of real estate yesterday. It was another great day. And again, like I said, after every day, we have a little meet and greet in the evenings. We look at the numbers, we compare deals, we compare properties, we talk about the power team members, the property managers, there's fees, You know, which ones might be the best one to use for that property. Maybe they're better suited to take care of this property than that property. And those are things we do every evening. We spend a couple hours going over the transactions and the real estate that we looked at and running the numbers, so everyone knows exactly what they're getting into before they start writing offers. Okay, and our last day, a little different the other days. We didn't have any classroom training on our last day. We just get out in the field and hit it hard. The last day of the real estate buying tour, we actually set up with a company that goes to the auction and buys the real estate at the auction. Most of their clients are out-of-state investors like us, because obviously we can't be here to bid on the properties. But as you'll see, they've got a whole system set up. The owner of the company sits in his office and Skypes to the person down at the auction. Down at the auction, they got a generator, they got computers set up, they got a table set up, and they send down someone down there all day. They've got a great system. You can log on to Google Docs, I believe is what they use. You can look at the spreadsheet they use, and they're updating constantly throughout the day to see where your property's at, which ones you're interested in. It was awesome. So we got to see the setup in the office, and then we took a little road trip and actually went down to the auction just to see it happening. We talked to a few folks down there. There's probably about 40 people down there, and I guess they're down there every day bidding on properties. They sell a couple hundred properties a day at the auction. After that, we did some more reviewing of properties, drove around, looked at some real estate. Great day to wrap up. Guys met with the attorney. A bunch of guys met with the agents and the people that are selling us property. So last day we wrote some offers, got some entities set up with the attorney, and today we're heading to the airport, dropping people off. Last day we're done, wrapping things up. It was a great event, and hope to see you on the next tour.